Hey, Joel here, State 48 Exotics. So in the following video that you'll see after this rambling, I did a cold weather shipping experiment. So I put the box in the freezer with my heat pack and how I package the boxes and stuff like that. There's no live animal in there, obviously. But what I wanted to say is I'm not recommending that you ship in cold weather. I'm not trying to say that this is a foolproof plan or anything like that. But I just felt like it was kind of a good little insight into maybe how and what and where, blah, 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 the box actually goes through in the colder weather. So I just, it was kind of a random idea, but I wanted to share it all with you so maybe everybody else here can get some insights too. And again, this wasn't a real experiment, so don't get too crazy with it, but let me know what you all think, and here we go. All right, so I guess I could also take the opportunity to show you guys how I pack a snake here. So what I'm gonna do in this first experiment is I'm gonna punch, or I already did, I put one hole in there. So I'm gonna test out, see how hot it is with the one hole. If I don't like the temperature there, I'll just tape over the hole. It would be like I didn't punch a hole in it. It wouldn't be a big deal. But that's how I prefer to ship my snakes, so that's how I wanna start. If I can make improvements from there, then maybe I'll make them. So next, I use teddy bear stuffing. So I'm gonna put that in there in a second, but I wanted to show you guys this. So this is my fake snake. It's a little, I don't know, sauce cup of water. So it's not hot water either. It's not like I'm tricking. It's like room temperature water. It's been sitting here for a while. And next is heat pack. So I got the heat pack kind of going here. I started that a little while ago, so just kind of waiting on that to heat up a little more, and then we kind of go from there. But, so, stuffing goes in. I kind of just make a little pocket for the said animal. I don't know if you can really see that or not, but there's that. So make a little pocket, put the said animal in the box, and then put a small layer there on top. I think I want a little less than that. And then there you have it. Now that's all boxed up. And what I do here is I put the heat tape on, and then I tape the edges all the way around. I'm not gonna tape it just yet because I'm doing this improv and I didn't warm this up enough, so I wanted this to just get a little bit warmer, so I'm probably gonna give it like 20 minutes and kind of go from there. So we'll wait on magic of editing for that to take care of itself. And we're back. Okay, so sun's gone down a little bit, we've lost our lighting, but heat pack's starting to heat up. It's sitting at 85 degrees, so that's not as hot as they get, but that's going to be my cutoff point where I just assume that it'll finish heating up when it's in there. And so what I do is I tape the edges along the top, the side, and the top and side again. I don't tape in the middle, I don't tape across, I don't do anything like that. I keep this red line open. That's what it says on the package, to keep that open, but I think it's just more so for keeping at least that thickness of a line not covered. So I don't, it doesn't matter, I don't think, if you cross, but I just try to leave a square in the middle just completely open, not under tape. So we'll finish this out real quick. Boom, done. So now put in box and tape the top. Okay, now we're good to go. Now let's go check out the old refrigerator. Okay, so we're back. Gonna go ahead and put the box in the fridge, but I'm gonna give some temperatures of the fridge really quick now that I've had it open for a second. All right, so right over here we got 39 right on the glass there. The drinks in there are 36. Let's just see the open wall right next to the opening. We got 65, you know, right outside the fridge. The back of the fridge seems to be 43. And let's go where the box will be sitting now. We'll do the roof is 37. And then, all right, so we'll be right around 39 to 40 degrees. All right, let's dare into the 38 area. Let's just approximate that. I know that approximation doesn't make sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw that bad dog in there and then check it tomorrow and see what the temperature's like. You know, I'm gonna check all over the box same way I kind of just sit on the fridge. I'm just gonna target my areas, pick out all the points of reference that I wanna get for my data, and check the temperatures, obviously. That's a fancy way of saying I'm just gonna check the temperatures. I'm gonna check the temperatures all around the box. But yeah, I can't wait. This is something I've really been thinking about how I could really test out, so this is what I came up with. Hope you guys are following along and having fun. But yeah, power editing. Let's see what this is. All right, here we go. Next day. So let's pull this thing out and see what the temperature is. I'm gonna open up the fridge. I'm gonna hit the temp gun on the fridge, right on the box. See what we're at. 43 degrees right on the box. 35 degrees on the top. 35 degrees on the bottom. So let's get this thing open. See what it really is on the inside. All right, so here's our super weird camera angle, but as you can see, box is intact. Time to open this bad dog up. The world's most boring unboxing video, but it's for science. So let's see what we got here. Go ahead and shut my fancy knife. All right, let's see. Let's get down to the basics here. Find my heat gun again. Top of the box, 74. See where the heat pack's sitting at. Heat pack's sitting at 82. Feels a little chilly in there. Let's see. 68, 70 degrees. That's pretty legit, actually. That's kind of an ideal sort of temperature right there. I'd rather be, you know, around the 70 degree mark than the lower mark there. Okay, so then the water is sitting at 62. Let's see, 62. So I don't know. I guess that's not like perfect, but I don't think that's really terrible, to be honest. Let's snag the bottom, very bottom of the box. Very bottom of the box is 63. Yeah, that's not that bad, actually. You know, it's not an ideal temperature for a ball python to be living in, but as far as shipping's concerned, I don't think that that's really terrible. You know, the real big fear I feel like with reptiles is really heat, not necessarily cold. I think, you know, I'll do a little more research on this, but I think that they enter that like, you know, sort of suspended animation state where they get kind of chilled out and go from there. And you can really, I mean, same with humans. You can, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, the same thing with humans. You can do really well being too cold, but it's really hard to be too hot. Proteins denature at higher temperatures, and they can never be put back together. And when you think about it, when you're grilling an egg, you can't ever get that egg to go back to a liquid, you know, aqueous, I guess, state. So it's, you know, there's a little more concern with heat than there is cold, but obviously extreme colds extreme cold. The really cold will obviously harm or kill an animal too. And then there's the concern with, lowering their temperature so much that they develop, if there was a pathogen somewhere in the box or something like that, it might have lowered their immune system to a point where they would be susceptible to different ailments, diseases, bacteria growth, etc. But yeah, I'm actually a little surprised. I mean, that fridge is, it's keeping the beer in there at 33 degrees. So I mean, that's well under where I would really be comfortable shipping. And the box was in there overnight, about 17 hours, maybe even a little more, at that temperature. And it really wouldn't be while you're shipping. This was sort of a worst case scenario, kind of crash course situation. And obviously this experiment is, it is certainly not foolproof, and all angles were certainly not covered either. But it kind of gave me a little insight into, maybe some standards or situations at which I should pack things, or, maybe I can work on that. Maybe, I'll poke a smaller hole in it for next time, and really kind of get that hole, because I still want it to be ventilated. So maybe I put a smaller hole in there, maybe like 3 little holes or 2 little holes or something like that. Maybe that would change the outcome as well, and maybe spike that temperature just a little bit. But when you're shipping, you would assume that, when I take my animals to FedEx, I bring them there right around that like 5:30. I think the last call is 6 here. And so when I drop them off, they've been sitting in my facility the entire day, warm. So they haven't been like sitting in the box, all day. I don't bring the animal to FedEx at like, 10 in the morning, so they've been sitting in the box all day. But even at that, the facility that I take them to, and I'm sure this is kind of a standard throughout the FedExes, is temperature controlled. When I drop the animal off, the animal is put in the same room that the people are in, and that room is generally like, room temperature, 72 to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And so when they're sitting there, obviously they're fine, they're 100% fine. And then I believe they go onto a cargo, like a container, they all get stacked in there. And then you would have to assume too, the likelihood of the animal being on the outside of the stack, let's just say it's like a 50-50. But then they're further insulated because they're stacked with other, overnights and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. And then having, it set to where you are going to pick the animal up from the hub, and it's not going to be in the delivery. The delivery trucks are out for delivery. I think that's a big difference too. They're never sitting in the back of a freezing cold FedEx truck while they're driving around all morning or whatever it may be. They're essentially, I feel like the coldest part is going to be potentially in the aircraft when it's flying at night. And I don't know the temperature gradient of that, but it's got to be chilly. But reality, in summer, it's got to be chilly too, because at 32,000 feet, the air temperature is drastically different from ground level and that high up. So yeah, there's a lot of variables to consider, but I do know, that Sean Bradley from Exotics by Nature, his podcast, he goes over shipping, and his cutoff for shipping is 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just crazy to me. But that guy's shipped more snakes and more animals than I probably will ever ship in my entire life. So it's kind of an interesting test. After I had listened to that podcast, I kind of, got down to the nitty gritty of it, and I thought, well, how could I possibly simulate those kind of conditions? And what I came up with was the fridge. So I would say the experiment was a fairly decent success. Like I said, it's not perfect, and when the animal's in there, the animal will be respiring, and there will be a metabolism, and it might be hotter or colder. I don't know. I would assume slightly warmer. I would assume, I don't know. So yeah, kind of interesting though. Kind of interesting insight. But like I said, again, this experiment is, it's not foolproof, but just kind of a cool little thing I feel like I could share with everybody, just to kind of show you what I did, you know, just to try to get an idea. So yeah, there it is, everybody. Let me know what you all think. Give me some criticisms. Let's talk about this. It's kind of a cool thing. I'm always interested to hear how everybody else ships, etc. like that, you know, because the shipping is this is the most stressful time for me. You know, I always get so nervous every time I ship an animal because I'm just, you know, my fingers are crossed that everything goes right, because anything can happen as soon as that snake leaves here. So it's, you know, I don't know. So I'm just doing what I can to be as best prepared as I can be. But at any rate, I hope everybody's having a great night. I hope you like my messed up hair. I just kind of got out of bed, ate breakfast, and just did this. So, you know, what can you do? You know, every day you can't look like a supermodel, and today is my day. But at any rate, thanks for tuning in. Comment down below, let me know what y'all think, and we'll see you guys later.